everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago. As the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel, they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, check it.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, 56 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the... Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On first down, Brady. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. They'll roll him out right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. William Golston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. After one, a 14-3 ball game. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Levante David with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady, he's going to loft one. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times...
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he is out of bounds here on the return. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Towards the end zone for Brown. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The 21 yards here as they convert on third. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Brady over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Airing this, and that's caught inside the 35. 33 yards that time. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush. Don't slow them down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught by Evans. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
Let's go, baby. Hey, 29. Alpha. Let him know.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Brady, escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady as his guys continue to pour it on. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check nine. Hey, Echo! Alpha!
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Lucky. Hey, Alabama. Hey, exit. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go one more. 72.
On 2nd and 7, Brady towards the end zone for Brown. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Antonio Brown, 46 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, 64 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's Mickens to return. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game.
There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 67 yards as his guys... And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return is Mickens. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the...
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 51 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 4, check 4.
Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Oh, you got D?
Now a first carry for their fullback. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they
get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a lot. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on. And that score gives him a little more separation.
Green 18. 54 Mike. Yeah. You don't want none. Green 18.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Mike, 158. Mike, 54. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Rodgers to throw once more. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw again. His throw incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. Does the big boy have the juice? The 30, And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
We got this.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this. And you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to about it.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. You got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Could also result in a melee later, though.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Rodgers now. Going to throw again. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
We got 4.
To throw is Rodgers. On 3rd down. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.